Welcome everyone. Hangover edition the morning after. No, didn't get drunk. Just it's so frustrating. This also build errors and stuff for yesterday's live stream. And yeah, just as I said, we should do more interesting live stream videos. And then the next morning, of course, building open source and Linux and stuff because my customers can't use your embedded Linux if shit doesn't work. And of course, we don't pay for this because it just freaking has to work. Anyway. I also probably want that. So yeah, what is the issue yesterday in this live stream? Yesterday's live stream, you have seen. Yes, you have also seen that. Let's delete that again. Probably this wants me to work on. The octane bits, right? Yesterday you have seen TDB. I had here a change in this tiny little TDB package, and yesterday I didn't remember why the freaking heck I even did this. I reverted that, of course I did. So the crazy thing is, only now at least I think I reverted that right. Whatever's going on there. Let's try that in a second. And so the issue is, I found out later yesterday that we need this, unfortunately, this TDB some tiny database from Zamba fame. Here's this open source reimplementation of Windows Server message block and common interface file system stuff. Developed there, just looked it up. Of course I knew this, but only I now looked it up. Allegedly implemented GDBM compatible API because you had BDB, you had SQLite, but now they had to invent 15 years or whenever ago TDB. They write there on their site they couldn't use GDBM because they needed at some point multiple writers into the database, so probably locking and performance and multiple writers. Anyway, long story short, you will not believe that now the freaking Pulse Audio update needs this freaking shit. And this is so frustrating. The Pulse Audio here also, we know what is even the Pipewire, right? The new shit is Pipewire. That worked even less for me because where should stuff work better? Still using, so maybe I should test this again. Also, people on Twitter, first of all, sure, sometimes Pulse Audio has some hiccups here, but they are only every, in the meantime, 2 years ago it was more. Now it's honestly more like once a week of 10 live streams or once in 2 weeks of 10 live streams. Anyway. It's seldomly, and people on Twitter, hey, Pipewire is so amazing. Actually, despite sometimes not coming up or crashing when I remove here some HDMI capture dongle or stuff, it otherwise actually works. And then people on Twitter, I switched to Pipewire. Pipewire. I have now less latency. It's like, for me it worked significantly. I couldn't even live stream right with Pipewire. Anyway. Long story short, so currently we still build with Pulse Audio, and we only build with that by default because freaking Firefox needs this, right? I would normally not even ship Pulse Audio or Pipewire by default, but Firefox. So I think I reverted this last night locally. So the latest version. So also. 2021, right? Not only they reinvent the audio wheel a 10th time, we had OSS, we had ALSA, we had ESD, we had ARTS, we had who knows what, Jack and whatnot, and Pulse Audio and Pipewire, and probably I forgot a couple of freaking audio demons in between. And 2021, the big distributions spend the efforts and work on replacing Pulse Audio with Pipewire, and yet in Pipewire, Pulse Audio, the latest version, they add a new freaking dependency. Super frustrating, because the more dependencies, the merrier and shit. Why does Pulse Audio even need a database, right? Let's test that. Not that also you want, of course, keymarks for me to multiplex and for you to better see that. Now I have a build, target, yesterday's fame of Pulse Audio. Also best with we also have a Linux kernel update, by the way. I already booted that, just rebuilt that, so 5.14.2 is the latest and greatest bug fixes. They still have not fixed the oops of I2C, monitor, DCC, DCC, display data generator DDC. So yeah, that is still there. I mean, yeah, latest and greatest RDNA 2, AMD engineers and stuff. So yeah, let's commit that. That is of course an amazing update in the morning. So yeah, TDB didn't make that stuff up. Runtime dependency. I think it's a hard dependency. It doesn't look like you could options it out. Anyway, let's try. I think I looked into that some 2 weeks ago. Didn't even live stream directly because I'm obviously a little bit too boring. But let's take a look today. This is probably also why I had changed the TDB. Build priority here, probably, right? TDB. What more changes detected? Did I not just change that? What? It's already, no, whatever. Did I commit this? Let's wait a second. Did I just commit this yesterday? Oh yeah, I changed this yesterday. Interesting. So yeah, I apparently committed that without further testing. I think maybe I should have thought a minute longer about that. And the recurring theme, yes, usually 99% of the shit I test here, because testing and more testing and testing before you commit shit. But yeah, once upon a time I commit some random shit and then it's like, yeah, next day, what's that? That dependency, of course it was. Yeah, so the long story short, also the 10th long story short here in this live stream. The reason I talk about this is also, normally, right, this you would think this is 5 minutes and it's done. No, it's unfortunately not. The last time I checked some 14 days ago, it didn't even cross-build, right? So we cross-build everything because we support all the crazy architectures from Alpha to RISC-V and Titanium and stuff. And of course, this does not just cross-build, right? So, and for Pulse Audio, you could say, yeah, crazy people here. Why do we, our exotic preference of curiosity of supporting all the architectures, but also embedded systems, right? On all normal embedded systems, think your phone, normally you would, a Pine phone or whatever, Android or other embedded systems, you would potentially need stuff like Bluetooth or Pulse Audio, right? And so you would normally, it's not only us crazy folks here, it's just like you would normally cross-build this for many reasons. So the next crazy thing is recurring theme here. Yes, many recurring themes here. I don't make this up or I didn't invent this. This has another freaking build system, right? You hear me constantly ranting here about freaking build systems. This is also really freaking many of those. Wait a second, why is this configure? I thought this is, it is configure because it's a freaking, can't make this stuff up. Yeah, and if you don't have configure, then don't do a freaking configure, because this is WAV. WAV is, or however they want to pronounce it, WAV. I can't make this stuff up. Welcome the Graver. What interesting comment. Database, multi-lib native, GBM, simple. TDB is also an option. No one cares about it. Or what? It has an option. Interesting. That is interesting. Good to know. Why does it default then to TDB for me? Pulse audio. If we can avoid this dependency, the better. But I wanted to then also look into, let's test that this is Meson Ops, I think. Yeah, but this is also, even if this works, right, diagnostics and defaults, recurring theme here, there's TDB more simple. Option type, combo value, default for some reason. Yeah, it defaults to just that, what nobody cares about. Let's simple sounds good, right? Simple man needs simple database. First version they converted to Meson maybe, and this is why the defaults are now different. This of course we can simply probably disable. Is it Boolean unit tests? Where is the default of this? Where is the default false if there is not Boolean value false, or is it on by default if there is nothing? What? No. See what happens when it's easier to build systems in 2021, when it's easier and faster to just try and error something instead of reading the freaking or trying to making sense of the freaking build system description stuff. Cheers. Okay, thanks for that. That was a good tip. Pulse audio, but yeah, this is also a recurring theme by this YouTube community. Is actually freaking amazing. Even saves me maybe 10 minutes, or actually contributes good ideas, interesting ideas, tips and tricks and patches by email and Discord and stuff. Force pulse audio to simple dB and avoid tests because probably is not our column. So let's anyway see. Also should TDB. So yeah, thanks for that. Highly appreciated. Let's anyway take a look at TDB just to make our T2 package better. And I think we will probably not cross-compile number today because they have here execute stuff. Like yeah, this woof. Can't mix this stuff up. They have here executors. So cross execute emulator and cross answer file. So this doesn't sound like crazy complexities. I would never develop software like this. So they run there quite some stuff, maybe generating some error codes or other headers and stuff. Totally not a fan of that stuff. But they also use this woof. My God, can't mix this up. Jokes writing themselves. Let's see if we can make some sense of this woof. Oh my God, stuff. Wow, what an indentation level here. Wow, we're taking readability to the next level, man. Oh man. So I have no idea whether this executes as cross or yes, checking. I mean, yeah, checking change root and Simlang is like there is also checking sizes of. It's hilarious. It's So this is just for one freaking small database thing, right? Could know what is it? Testing PyEmbed configuration, non-embedded interpreter. Could not build a Python embedded interpreter. Okay, it's apparently failing due to that. Can we disable that? Maybe, I don't know, that, or... So it also has, actually it has, maybe we should pass cross-compile and see what happens. They also have, no, whatever. Let's see how far that gets us. But yeah, this is also no joy for me, a recurring theme. Also, I should not break my precious only life on this channel, hitting my precious AM2 board. Where's my office chair, man? Maybe I should put it away, not to break this fancy investment. Yeah, so I don't actually enjoy this very much anymore. This is getting so out of hand. How has this even built something? I find it not very fulfilling to spend so much time with build systems and dependencies. And hey, maybe you totally like this and share, like, and subscribe and send in some patches. Because after 20 years, so 20, soon 25 years, this is crazy, right? So much time, and this is not only mine, right? Multiplied with all the 1,000 developers of Debian, and Red Hat, and SUSE, and all the other 1,854 Linux distributions. So probably at least multiplied with 1,855 multiplied developers. So yeah, so much human resources spent on this nonsense. I understand we can't standardize on one because freedom and preferences, but hey, 28 freaking build systems, there's also a limit on random garbage. And this is also my critical thinking here, right? Other people maybe other developers like totally enjoy this, like, yay, 28 build systems, it's amazing stuff. Like, it's like, yeah, look, it's the latest and greatest innovation out of the Zamba laboratory. But yeah, I find it just wasteful in so many levels. It could be that this kind of configuration is highly unsupported. Maybe even doing some stuff. Also, yeah, the prefix there is wrong. Not even sure. Is it even so? The problem, recurring theme here with this non-verbose build systems, you don't even see on a first glance what compiler it is using, right? So hiding all the build output, also, yeah, the modern stuff. But the problem is, yeah, fine, it's modern stuff, but on a first glance, you don't even freaking see it's using the right compiler. So I don't see is it using the cross compiler x86_64 T2 unknown Linux GNU something. So dash GCC or Clang, yeah, whatever. Let's see if we something. I think it used, so what have we done here? Okay, so this needs at least not the root there. Let's see what happens then. Maybe it's already, so we have a comment there. Question, what happened to RISC-V? FPA, JIT goodness, do you have plans to release more videos on that? Yes, sure, just also need to keep all the other distribution stuff running. So RISC-V, Hi-Fi, Sci-Fi did not contact me. One person from AMD at least responded, but not really much. And also, yeah, so basically, previous video, RISC-V stuff, despite spending 4 hours reaching out to people on LinkedIn, email and forums and stuff, Sci-Fi 5.5 AMD, nobody, Sci-Fi 5 didn't get back to me at all. AMD, only one person, a little bit weeks later on LinkedIn, and even after that one reply, no further communication. So no one of them wants to even finance. I didn't even ask for like 10,000 euro. Right? I was like, hey, you want to sponsor like 1,000, 2,000 euro of a couple of days? I mean, this is even total dumping salary project offers here for at least getting something done, right? And you see, even theoretically, I should even fix this freaking oops here, right? This is also hilarious that on a production kernel of RDNA2 stuff, we get here a bug of Stack Overflow page fault stuff of even the next thing, right? So I know already like 3 things: RISC-V enablement for modern AMD GPU, display driver stuff. For this card, also an x86, the video encoder not be getting enabled, plus this oops, and you message these companies, right? This is also the imbalance, and why I even turned to YouTube, right? Recurring theme. We earn most of, if we don't happen to have special embedded projects, we earn most of our money with Mac retail stuff like Don't Delay, Try Exact, Scan, OC, Arcade, and PDF Recompress today. And like my passion with open source, of what I found at my company, projects are impossible to get with dumping offers from India, Russia, China and stuff, or other students working below government minimum wage. And if you reach out to people, it's like, hey, I have 20 years track record. I know what I'm freaking doing. Maybe you can sponsor some hours. And then it's like, yeah, you're not interested. You don't even reply. Crazy situation. Crazy. But yeah, we continue that, of course, with that stuff. Just, I can't do RISC-V every day now. So I have to keep this distribution going because pure stream is dead. Doesn't look so for me. Only 332 drop frames. I can refresh that. What does the stream health says healthy? I don't know. Maybe YouTube outage or exceptionally outage on your side. Let's try to reload that. No, I have here something going and. But yeah, if other people, YouTube health says stream is healthy. Stream health is excellent. And only 3 Mbit, only 332 drop frames or 2.8%. So yeah, this might not be cross-compiling correctly. I should check like with something like, did I even, probably this Python helped, right? So yeah, RISC-V stuff continues to come. RISC-V FPGA and just-in-time compiling and other fun stuff. So quick TDV to cross-compile. Actually, for some reason I got headache, maybe more hydration and stuff. I don't expect, so this again might not be 100% correct. We don't use this cross-compile and cross-answers and cross-execute. It could potentially break some stuff, like what could be wrong. It could also use the wrong compiler. Even we will see, but I don't need it today, so it's already a little bit better. And I would rather try to, patch other stuff. We have to see in the future if we need this, when we need this. Let's see if we can quickly take a look at number. Apparently, once upon a time, this might have been cross-compiling, right? So yeah, here's actually maybe a decade ago it was cross-compiling. Maybe they migrated to this WAF stuff. WAF. Oh. You know what? I probably should check Google Translate how to even pronounce this. How would Google translate? WF, yeah, thank you very much. It's exactly. Whatever. What is it even standing for? Yet another freaking shit build system, I guess. That probably makes sense. Let's see, did we, so, hey, even Mario Jungwirth, NetBits and stuff was once upon a time cross-compiling that. Okay, so back in the day, long time ago, this was actually using a freaking real configure. Of course, it's not anymore, so they probably migrated to this freaking WF build system. Where it even came from, let's see. Meta build system, thank you very much. Because you can never have design to assist automatic compilation installation computer software written in Python. Yeah, thank you very much. Can never have too many build systems. So, yeah. So what does it? Probably it complains about some unsupported option. What do we have here? Configure. Somehow it. This road. This was this root. Did I use this with this root? Oops. I wonder how much more we need to remove, because I'm pretty sure there will be other freaking stuff. Mismatch between build host. Please use cross-compile instead. No, thank you very much. Let's maybe remove that for now and see how far we get. I'm not going into looking into this answer file and stuff. The first build, no. Let's see what happens. I should build with verbose, so then certainly more. Somehow get freaking headache now. That's not very pleasant. What is happening now? I could not build Python stuff. PyEmbedded. Do we need that for... Can we disable that? Disable Python. Let's try that. Again, this is not ideal. By the way, pro tip, I put this sparkling, not a pet advertisement, but ice cream plus C stuff on the floor because I don't want to have this sparkling on my precious PC boards here. Pro tip of, but second pro tip, don't forget that you have a sparkling glass on the floor and then stand up and throw it over. Once Pearl shit. It probably can we build that natively or yeah, but also and recurring theme, by the way. Why do I do this similar stuff? I mean, first of all, I wanted to check in this WAF stuff and cross, well, a little bit glitching, more glitching than probably cross-compiling that, but it's basically a continuation, right, of freaking dependencies and complexity, right? The video some week ago, 2 weeks ago or so on my main channel, it wants the same native building, continuation of better software architecture, right? The way we develop software is just crazy, right? Everything in the kitchen sink. I mean, does it really need Perl and Python and this and that? And there's also a limit of stuff. But, yeah. I think it must have built, or we even have that. Let's see, missing only Perl parse. Yep, and why does it? Okay, then force that. Not sure why. Maybe I had an old version, maybe I have a new Perl version, and maybe it's in the module directories version. Dash asks, is there any added value in WAF? And well, for me it's a waste of time. Ask the Zumber people who use this stuff. I see no added value in any of these freaking build systems, right? Just give me, color me old-fashioned and old man yelling at build systems, but just give me make and get some shit built. Yeah, make, the syntax is a little bit vintage and stuff, but honestly, the syntax of modern build systems is similar. Nah. So if I have vintage syntax or modern syntax, hey, it's even compiling something. Maybe, and just takes the full code back in a sec. So yeah, what we would need to see here, it even installed something, or it's still building. Yeah, also file system server stuff, so complex, it is 4,791 build steps. Did I build this natively on, oh wait a second, I built this natively. That's not really what I wanted. Let's cross-compile it and see what happens. David May says, it seems like build systems are of NP complexity. That is crazy, yeah. And yeah, recurring theme. The crazy thing is, I'm totally aware that the videos that watched more and stuff are, I said this just yesterday, like product review, unboxing and stuff, everything is watched more than obviously this. This also. But I need to maintain our Linux distribution, right? So it wants, okay, this, the crazy thing is like how much time it even needs to keep a distribution up to date and alive and stuff. New dependencies and yeah, system calls like, what was it, close range system call, and then even incompatible and breaking. I probably don't have ACL there config. I think it at least uses the correct headers. Maybe it also uses the correct compiler then, because this is right. It's up. Probably because just wonder why my fans on the graphic cards button up. But maybe strange, because we're not doing that much except video encoding. Config x86. Yeah, so ACL is not enabled, but if you wonder why do we have here so much, here's even cross. Wait a second, we probably, here is, wait, here's some hard-coded stuff also. Why is ACL? Okay, some of this stuff is of course not ideal. Then Python, let's move that here. And I would guess that we don't need this anymore because we are not running. I mean, this you would also probably always want. Here's also more of this stuff. Maybe we move all of whatever it needs lib archive for. Let's try that again, see what happens. I wonder if the fence, because with this AMD RX 6700 XT, the fence, the nice thing of this MSI thing is that the fence are completely off. Really quite overkill workstation build now. Probably should make a video about this. So everything is more watched than building boring Linux distribution stuff. Should have also built with both. Yeah, as it failed with ACL, I guess. Do I have it installed? Yep. So it uses probably the right compiler, so maybe it's a little bit, maybe this, as we're not using cross-compile and cross-execute, maybe it only works building 64-bit on 64-bit or building, because maybe int and long tests for 64-bit are off, or pointer sizes, or endianness, so, but this is not the topic of today's video. If someone really needs that, can do this another day. I can't always perfect everything. If I make it any better, you know, landlords in New York City or open source, if we make it any better, you couldn't afford it anymore. So yeah, and I should have built it with both though. Interesting. So I probably, speaking of RISC-V, I should actually have a real non-executing cross build. I just wiped them yesterday for this massive testing. You know what, let's try 32-bit. I have not yet tested. I would expect RISC-V 32 to also work on the 64-bit. That should have 32-bit support. Never tested that though. Let's build 32-bit just to, hey, and that maybe partially a little bit cross-build, maybe potentially. I slightly wonder if we had a find what do we have, why did this, how did this happen? No, don't have Thumper cross-compiled. So yeah, it's doing something. Whether it will function perfectly fine, don't know. But yeah, some cross-guidance is better than no cross-guiding. Certainly a huge update, like decade-old new stuff. So yeah, the boring journey and quest to keeping your Linux distribution maintained. What was the other fresh code club of all crazy websites? Let's see, is there anything? Where do I have? By the way, what was, here's some half bus. Is it stable? Why is this so much newer? Is our half bus up out of? What did this not download? Maybe they converted to exit. That probably explains why BC2 didn't download anymore. Yeah, this is just the kind of stuff. Don't ask what I can do for your IT updates. Ask what you can contribute to the community. So if you have something like that, just send some patch in. Not that much more there. It's certainly a nice update. How much did we miss? Quite some. Apparently, maybe some. Also, no, not that much. I think we had some things that sold right. Yeah. So yeah, some. This is the usual. Need to look into stuff randomly discovered. You can't trust your AI, your bot, to do everything. What have we done there? Maybe text file is busy or what? Is it even? Describe, yeah. I guess that's mostly it. A little bit more successful. Zumber is a little bit YOLO'd. TDB2, who knows if that works. Maybe we should test that. Yeah, quite frustrating with, I also don't, just yesterday in this Apple video, Apple, what was it? Apple RISC-V, where I said the hardware companies need to get the act together and work together. This is similar, applies to software. I probably should make a dedicated video. But with one sentence or two, I don't see where this is ending up with. The sheer fragmentation and incompatibilities of build systems and new build systems. Yeah, there were 2 sucking standards, now we have 24. It is crazy, and instead of creating really amazing software, we create build systems, waste our time with such unnecessary nonsense. And at the end of the day, the software is not even the best because we spend half of the time fiddling with build systems, and too much of the stuff still written in C, right? Instead of, yeah, I mean, not that Apple or Microsoft stuff is not written in C, but it shouldn't be anymore with all the bugs and security vulnerabilities. That's probably it for today. We made some cool updates, some unexpected. And last but not least, yesterday we downdated glibc. Also, wait a second, we should. You know what? Let's wipe that again, because that didn't fix our Rust issue. So I have no idea what broke Rust. So the problem is, even if it would build according to other Bugzilla stuff, other Linux distributions, glibc breaks Firefox, even if it would build somehow with Rust or whatever is up there. So I hope there will be some upstream fix. Because we probably will get that to build. The question is more, I mean, applying enough time and money on this solution, patch on the problem, patch P0. And the problem is then more, I see in this Bugzilla, even if you get it to build, there's also something with stack similar to NTPD or whatever that was. But some content sandbox stuff doesn't work. So on Gen 2 there is one patch of with latest glibc disabled content sandbox stuff and or other extensions. So yeah, but this is really crazy regression. I slightly wonder, is it did we update? Okay, we updated Rust recently, but I think at that point it was already not building anymore. So yeah, that is really, this is another hour or two just investigating this bloody regressions. Anyway, that's really it for today now. How long did we live stream? Maybe one. Oh, yeah, Firefox breaks so much. Yeah, complexity, right? Recurring theme. The more complex stuff is, the more it breaks. Millions of lines of code. I don't know how many. Maybe 10 millions. I would guess, ballpark, guesstimate. Firefox, million lines of code. Also, yes, this is why you want to keep stupid. 21. Hey, what did I estimate? What did I just say? I need to rewind my own video. Anyway, their engineering code quality. A vast 21 million lines of code, which grew from Netscape, multiple languages. Yeah, complexity is a killer everywhere, not only in your monolithic Linux single address space monolithic Linux kernel, but also your monolithic sandbox browser, C++, Rust, JavaScript, Python, and more. Hundreds changes a day. Thank you very much. Repository, several gigabytes. Yeah, don't YOLO everything together, right? The more you YOLO everything together, the more stuff breaks, and the more you. There was, for other people at Jenkins stuff, it doesn't build with, or for us probably also, but at us it currently fails earlier. Stack stuff previously they used for whatever, I don't know, sandboxing or JIT or some stack, fixed size stack stuff that they changed with glibc. Yeah, if you don't use portable standard interfaces, but YOLO some GNU extension stuff together, then eventually that will break. Yeah, complexity. Complexity is a killer everywhere, and also, of course, with this Rust stuff, right? Invented there, constantly evolving, and although it is the greatest invention since sliced bread, it's constantly also breaking stuff. I don't even know, so for me, it trivially doesn't find the library service cross-compiling, which worked some weeks ago. So I don't even, yeah, maybe I should simply revert back the Rust version next, or the whole repository. But yeah, just bisecting this, right? So the problem is just building from scratch everything. Although I probably could gradually, like revert back the old revision and then only update Rust. But in either case, that is a multi-hour investigation of, maybe I should simply not revert back, but investigate the current situation, why I'm not sure if I still have the log. Maybe it's still there. Actually, if it's not there, we could actually reproduce it. Maybe I should actually look into that. I canceled that. Actually, we could continue. Maybe it continues anyway at Firefox. Yeah, Firefox. It breaks relatively fast, relatively early, with Rust doesn't find some libraries. I thought it's somewhat glibc related, so maybe the next logical thing is then it's Rust and Cargo related. Probably should be. It's probably 90% most obvious guess. But anyway. Yep, so time to make something cooler here at work than boring updates. But nonetheless, it has to be done. I slightly wonder how some of this always looks so out of focus. Is it focused? It could be. Maybe I changed the downsampling when I was live streaming not from the office, from the, although now it looks sharper for some reason. Video, oh no, it has bilinear, wait a second, no, oh yeah, bilinear faster, but blurry if scaled, maybe that is, let me just check. Let's use the fanciest scaling, not sure if that, is it even what is used there? Is it even video base canvas output downscale filter? Maybe this is not even used there. Maybe this is only for downscaling output resolution. Yeah, who knows? Probably should see this on the CPU load now. Whatever. What is it? Advanced video, something recording, stream delay. Ah, by the way, maybe we should check if OBS. So yeah, here's a build error. That is the issue. Couldn't compile libc. This is why I thought it's maybe glibc update related, but it wasn't. And so it doesn't find here some no such file directory. So is this pass opt rust? I mean, it is not there. I checked this the other day, so yeah, I need to probably should check. Actually, what is the lib rust C? I think I also here's lib though rust. Wait a second, rust. Is this even? Yeah. Let's see if we have that even anywhere. We don't have this anywhere here, and that is a little bit. What is their extension? Is it rlib or? So there is not really much. Maybe the problem is cross-compiling. Maybe cross-compiling. Rust doesn't properly cross-compile it anymore. What? Why do we not have a... Did we not freshly... What? I think this shouldn't be like that. I think that is a bug. That is interesting. You know what? Let's... how long is the... You know what? Actually, why do we not have... Which statistic here is correct of viewers? You know what? Let's make a second live stream. Shorter live streams are better. See you in a minute.